Well, good morning, folks. I hope you can hear me. Keep it quite quiet because all the wee babies are still sleeping. We're here at Flotterstone, side of the waterfall that isn't a waterfall because the waterfall's not running. But we're going to do another just for today by the campfire. So it's Friday, the 17th of July, and because of COVID-19, this is our first sort of wild camp for the summer for the group, and the guys have really enjoyed it. It was a late night last night. I think it was about back of one that everybody kind of peeled off and went to their beds, some earlier than others. So as always, I'm just going to do a wee read of the Just for Today book. See what the day's got in store for us here. Spectacles on. I hope you're all keeping well. All safe and happy. I hope you can hear me over the snoring. So, July the 17th. Do we fully accept the fact that our every attempt to stop using or to control our using has failed? It's a question we need to think about. I think we kind of sorry, we try, we fail, we try, we fail. Sometimes it's a never-ending circle. We just keep going round and round and round. But you know, guys, one of these days we do get it. But we need to be constantly aware of the fact that we've entered recovery. Complacency. If we are complacent at all, then we are easy enough drawn back into the former behaviours. So, the reading from Just for Today, the 17th of July. The room is dark. Your forehead is bathed in cold sweat. Your heart is racing. You open your eyes, sure that you've just blown your clean time. You've had a using dream, and it was just like being there. The people, the places, the routine, that sick feeling in your stomach. Everything. It takes a few moments to realise it was just a nightmare, that it didn't actually happen. Slowly you settle down and return to sleep. The next morning is the time to examine what really happened the night before. You didn't use last night, but how close are you to using today? Do you have any illusions about your ability to control your using? Do you know without a doubt what would happen once you took that first drug or that first drink? What stands between you and a real live relapse? How strong is your program? Your relationships with your sponsor, your home group, and your higher power. Using dreams don't necessarily indicate a hole in a program for a drug or an alcohol addict. There is nothing more natural than to dream of using drugs or alcohol. Some of us find that our using dreams are gifts from our higher power, vividly reminding us of the insanity of active addiction and encouraging us to strengthen our recovery. Seen in that light, we can be grateful for using dreams. Frightening as they are, they can prove to be great blessings, and we can use them to reinforce our recovery. So just for today, I will examine my personal program. I will talk with my sponsor about what I find and what I seek and ways to strengthen my recovery. Using dreams. I'm nearly 14 years down the line and I still have using dreams. And I'll wake up absolutely shitting myself. Did I take a drink last night? What led me to take that drink last night? And then slowly but surely I come round and I think, thank God, it was just a using dream. We all remember things from our past, good times and bad times, and all the feelings that go along with it. These are things and times that we have lived. Okay. And we're always stuck in the back here. Whether we are awake or whether we're dreaming, we've always got that memory. And don't be scared to relive that memory, because as I've said in here, it does reinforce your recovery and your will to remain in recovery. If you remember the shit times, the state that your drug of choice got you into, problems with family, problems with the law, problems at work. If you remember all the bad times, that is when you can actually use that to remain in recovery. Dreams are going to happen. You have no control over these. Absolutely no control. They are going to happen. Thinking about reflecting on your addiction is one thing that sticks in my mind. Not that I needed any excuse, but I could wake up in the morning and think, oh, it's peeing with rain, I'll have a drink. We wake up in the morning and the sun's splitting the trees. Oh yeah, beauty, I can have a drink. You will find any excuse to have a drink or to use drugs. We want to use them, they're going to be done, we're going to use them. Still to this day, nearly 14 years down the line, I love my garden, I love working in my garden, I always have. So, I used to enjoy sitting in the garden before I started drinking the mad stuff, the white cider. I used to enjoy sitting with a glass of wine in my garden, just as a reward for all my hard work. So even to this day, on nice days, that's in the back of my mind. I could be sitting here with a glass of wine. But then I crack into reality and reflect back and remember what happened after I had that glass of wine 14 years ago. I had another glass, then a bottle, and then another bottle. And by 7 o'clock at night I'd be lying in a crumpled heap in a bush that I'd just planted. That bush is still thriving today. But it's always a grim reminder of these times where I did have no control over my addictive behaviour. So I think, yeah, this, just for today, is all about reflection. And how good it is to reflect and reinforce the fact that you're in recovery. You have worked damn bloody hard to get where you are. Whether it be drugs, alcohol, gambling, any type of addictive behaviour. You have worked damn hard to get where you've got to today. The fact you're watching this video means that there's somewhere in there that you want to either remain in recovery, or you want to get recovery. We all struggle at times for whole different reasons. So many things will bring us back into the madness, to the chaos. That's how strong you feel about your recovery. I have worked with a lad for a long time, and he is just out of alcohol rehab. Now, he was sick and tired of drinking. But I would question the reasons why he was sick and tired of drinking. Did he want recovery, or could he just not afford to buy alcohol? But he's recently had his money put up, and this is going to be a really testing time for him, because now he's got enough money to resume his old ways after all the hard work that's been put into getting him there. 99% of the work was done by him, of course. So he's going to be struggling right now, thinking, right, I've got this money, I can go back. But he's going to have to stay strong and remember why he wanted to come into recovery the first time. And if he's genuine, if he wants recovery because he's had enough, then he'll get there. And I know he probably will be watching this, and he'll know who I'm talking about. And I can only wish the best for him, because he's got to do it. I'll be there to support him. I'll be there to share lived experience and tell him how good it is on the other side. But although the grass is greener on the other side, you need to give it a chance to grow, to get green. So yeah, we're all going to have these using dreams, and they are bloody scary. But you know what? Dreams happen for a reason, and that's what they are dreams, whether it be positive or negative. And as long as you use these dreams to keep you focused and think, I ain't ever going to go back there, then we should get through. So guys, thanks for joining me this morning. It is, it is about 5:30 here at Flotterstone. And as I said, all our babies are sleeping. And we'll take you for a wee run around. I'll just release the camera from its clamp. Bear with me, guys. So here we go. So all the little babies all tucked up. There's my one tigress, once again hanging like an old whore's handbag. I know, see that? Wait till this one gets up, by the way. The noise that's been coming out of that tent all night is a nightmare. Oh, somebody's dropped a crisp packet. Need to chin him for that.
I've got one of these Coleman Rocky Springs, the one on the end there. This one here, I like that, it's a great wee tent. I've got one of the Fox 2s as well. This lad's actually put his fly sheet on inside out. But you know what, he's made an effort. And I wasn't going to correct him because he's tried. These are guys that are really quite vulnerable and he feels he's achieved something, so who am I to correct him? It's nice and quiet at this time in the morning. This is my time. I love getting up, making a coffee before all the rest of the guys get up, having a fire on the go. It just means that I need to do a quiet just for today because I didn't want to wake anybody up. And although I speak about recovery day to day and speak to guys about beer and recovery, they might not want to be hearing that when they're on camp and trying to relax. I've got one guy that yesterday shared something really, really monumental with me about he's using. And I never thought that we'd get that far, but it is a process and he's just took another step. And I know he'll probably be watching this as well. You know who you are, mate, but you know what, we're going to do everything to try and bring you back from that place you went to. I'm just in this wee area here, and if you see all these wee, I think I've done it in one of the other videos I've shown this as part of the partnership that we've got with Pentlands Regional Park and the head ranger Tommy. I brought a group of guys up here to do some tree planting because they're doing a lot of regeneration in the forest, and all these trees in this area are trees that we planted about, I would say about a year ago now. It's a Scots pine in there. They gave us a mix of pine and broadleaf. That's a pine, but it looks as if it's starting to die off down the bottom. So yeah, this is a lovely little area. There's pine as well. So guys, from Flotterstone, this will be my last video from here. I may well do a leave no trace video, to be honest. But the fact that we are allowed to keep returning here shows that we do leave no trace. And if we left this site in a mess, then the head ranger would be on the phone or emailing me saying, look mate, you're not coming back. So it's something that both in my personal and professional life I pride myself in, is leaving no trace at any camp that I've visited, and this one won't be any different. We've got 8 guys out with us and they're perfectly capable and sort of tidying up at their backside, and that's okay until we get to the bottom here with all the gear. But then all the gear's got to go all the way up, and it's quite steep in places, and it goes right to the top. Oh, focus. So we're planning on being back in the project in Southside Edinburgh for between 12 and 1. But once these guys start to get up, we'll have a sausage roll on the go for them, coffee, So thanks for joining me, guys, on another Just For Today. I'm hoping to be out again this weekend solo, but we shall wait and see. As of next Monday I'm on call for a week, so I won't be out the following weekend because I need to stay in the local area. So thanks again for watching, folks, and I shall see you. Oh, there's one of my colleagues. You're early. I'm saying you're early. Must have pushed to bed. Right guys, I shall catch up with you later on. Bye bye.